I found myself in a predicament that I'm not used to finding myself in. Normally, it's that I don't have enough money and I'm trying to figure out how to stretch what I have to pay everything I need to pay. But now it's time to switch gears a little bit because I just got a big chunk of money from Lyft. And I'm not sure if it's a bonus. I'm not sure if it's back pay. I really don't dare ask because they get really defensive when you try to ask them anything about pay. But I thought I had everything budgeted for the month. It was going to be a real tough budget month, but I had everything covered. And then out of nowhere, this past Monday, I had $980 in my Lyft account that I wasn't expecting at all. So I'm very happy about it. I don't get windfalls very often, and especially not anything that amounts to any amount of money. $980 is like an incredible amount of money to me. But now I got to figure out the best thing to do with it. And so that's why I'm here today. Basically, this is kind of a brainstorming session for me, although I'm going to throw a lot of ideas out there. I think I know what I'm going to do. I think that it's going to be the best choice, but hear me out on this. So my first thought was, oh man, like I can pay off the small credit card because it has like $988 on it right now. I can pay that off. And I do want to pay that off. In fact, that is both my highest interest rate and my smallest account balance. So either way you look at it, that's the one I should pay off. But by doing that, it only reduces my expenses, like my monthly expenses, by $31 to take away that payment. So it would be nice to have it off there and have it paid off, and it would be nice because it would help my credit a lot to have all that paid off. But it only helps me about $31 per month, and that's not a super tangible amount when it comes to just trying to cover all my basic monthly expenses. So then I thought, well, maybe because I just had last month to take some money out of savings, maybe I can put all that in savings, and then that would put me over $1,000 that I have in savings. And I'm not following the baby steps, but if I were, that would be baby step one secured right there. And I thought, well, if I do that, it would earn interest. I'd probably make $1 or $2 a month off that. So then I started to think, well, how can I make some money off this money, right? Instead of just paying something off and one time that being the end of it, is there anything I can do with this money that would make me money? And it's kind of the Robert Kiyosaki Rich Dad Poor Dad thought of buying assets. All right, so before I get into that, there were a couple other things that I thought about doing. I thought about putting the money toward fixing the old car. I thought about putting the money to fix the new car. The new car, that scenario, that would more than pay for all new tires, alignment, road hazard for the new ones. But I do have my free Uber rides right now, so I don't need it. It would just be a matter of convenience. And if I were to fix the car, I would actually end up spending more money because I would be paying for gas. So that's not the best either. So that made me think, okay, back to how do I make this money make more money for me? And I think I've got it figured out. Now, I haven't told you guys about this. In fact, I was going to do it and then make a video, and I'm still going to make that video when I've done it. So I'm not going to tell you guys all the details, but because of some of the stuff my mom has going on legally with her, she is, let's say, changing her lifestyle. And I am able to basically do some things through her and through her attorney that I have to put just a little bit of money into, but it ends up helping me out a lot. And I have to be super vague about that right now because it's not complete, but it's not anything that like it's not going to happen if I tell somebody. It's just I don't want to ruin the surprise for you guys because I'm really excited to make that video. So I told them it would take me a couple months to get the money, and now I have it sooner than I thought. So I am going to do this. I think it's the best decision. Now, worst case scenario, it doesn't work out and it ends up costing me $7 a year. Okay? That's the maximum that it would cost me, is if I get a hold of this thing and it doesn't work out the way I think. On the other hand, if everything goes the way I think, I would spend approximately $400 doing this, and then it has the potential to generate me about $3,000 a year on the high end. And later on, that $400 would more than likely translate into something like $30,000 to $50,000. So, and I hear myself describing it as like a scam or something. It's not anything like that. It's I just have to purposefully be vague right now about what it is that I'm doing. But it is legit. It's on the up and up, and it's like a normal thing. It's just, again, I got to be vague. So this thing will basically boost my net worth because it is worth more than what I'm paying for it. It is income generating, and it has the potential to radically increase in value, and I can make that happen at any time, either when I buy it or years down the road if I decide to sell it. So anyhow, that is about $400 of this $980. Then I have $580 left over. And there's a few things I need around the house. I bought trash bags today. I've been putting that off because I hate spending money. But there's a few other things like that, small things that I need to take care of, right? I need to get contacts. I'm on my last set. I should probably get around to ordering those. But there are some smaller things like that that need taken care of. But after I crunched the numbers, I think I've got this figured out. All right. So you remember with the small credit card, my concern was that if I paid all that off, it was only going to reduce my monthly payment by about $150. Where did that come from? No, not $150, by $31. So it was only going to reduce my payment by $31. Now, I found another solution. You guys know that I've been paying $150 a month on the storage unit. And the storage unit, I actually only have the value that was owed at the end of June, and then I've paid $331 and some cents since then, which basically every month has been a payment and late fee for the current month and a payment and late fee plus a few dollars for a previous month. So I've slowly been catching that up. Well, if I were to put the remaining money, not even all the remaining money, but approximately $490 of the remaining money toward the storage unit, it would completely pay it off, including all late fees, everything, up through November 29th, which would be my November payment, and it's due on the 29th of the month for some reason. So anyway, it would completely catch me up. Now, this is beneficial in two ways. The first way that it's beneficial is that, first of all, I'm going to reduce the payments. Sorry about the lighting. The sun just came out. I'm going to reduce the payments. I hope that helped. By basically half. I'm going to go from 150 to approximately $64 per month. And so less than half. And that will help me out much more than eliminating a $31 payment. And then on top of that, I'm going to be paying it off so I can get into it. Now, of course, I do need to get the car fixed in order to get down there and to sort through things. But once I can get into it, the goal is to sell a lot of the stuff that's in it. A lot of it's furniture and stuff that I don't really need anymore. And so, well, the few extra $100 can go to the small credit card and pay that off. And then I can move into either a smaller storage unit or what's left of the stuff, move it into the house and then not pay for storage at all. So I think that it helps me in that it would immediately reduce my overall monthly expenses and is, as long as I put the effort in and sell that stuff off, is income generating in the future for getting rid of that stuff. And it just feels good to, you know, get your life sorted out too. So it has that aspect to it. So the goal is, and I am running this by you guys, I kind of want to see what you think, but I think the best solution, unless I'm missing something, is to pay off the storage unit to reduce that monthly payment, to sell off the stuff in the future, and to eventually eliminate that expense altogether. And then the second thing would be to do the surprise through my mom, which I'll make a video about later. But worst case scenario, it doesn't work out. I end up paying $7 a year. Best case scenario, I generate $3,000 a year from it and have the potential to, doing the math in my head, more than 1,000-fold return on my investment. All right, so those are some issues that I'll have to take care of later. I'll explain that once I make that video. But that's where I'm at with this right now, because I already had everything paid, so this was all extra money. I don't really know what it's for, but I'm not going to turn down $980. And it's just sitting in my bank account right now because I wanted to strategize all of this before I make any decisions. So it's a little tough because I've been for several years in the mode of don't spend money ever, stretch things and get by, and then suddenly I have this and I'm like, oh, okay, what do I do with money now? So I hope I've strategized this to make it the most, both short and long term, the best thing that I can do with it. So anyway, guys, I do want to get your thoughts on that. I'm pretty sure that I am going to go the direction that I've told you here, but it's pretty exciting for the channel, honestly, and for my life, that we're going to make some real progress because of this. It's pretty exciting. I'm going to have less of a problem with income, and I'm going to have fewer bills every month, and you know, the potential to really increase that net worth that we track everything with too. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Short video today, but I just wanted to throw that out there, let you guys know what's going on and get your opinion. And when you watch the November budget review, I'll give you more details about how all this worked out, and of course you guys will see the transactions on there and know what's going on. All right, and then sometime next summer, when it's warm enough to, and when the car's fixed, we'll have a video all about the storage unit and me cleaning it out and some stuff like that. And then when this other thing happens, which might not be finalized till early spring, I will definitely do a video about that and tell you guys not only what I did, but how that's going to affect my overall well-being and financial well-being. All right, so I'm going to put this up probably around the 10th of November, and then I do have Job Searching 5. I know I've promised some of you guys it is uploaded, and I'm going to try to put it up about mid-month. All right, so look forward to those.